Hiya. I was asked by my dear friend Kim Klein to expand on a point in my previous video where I mentioned about how I have been facing some points of anxiety in my process, walking life. And what have sort of come up every now and then, very uninvited, you might say, very much to my surprise or my irritation, perhaps even, you might say. I've been having anxiety like pop up in my mind, in my being experience, and what I've done in those occasions, when I'm doing something, I'm doing dishes, or I'm watching a movie, or I'm reading a book, or I'm talking to somebody, I'm driving, I'm at the supermarket buying groceries, I'm doing something, I'm in an activity, and anxiety presents itself. Maybe just in a glimpse, or just like in the background, anxiety presents itself as the concentrated form of fear it is, like a barbed wire. I very much see it as a barbed wire in my mental picture. Barbed wire. Some see it as more like electrical currents. We are different. So, what I've done in these occasions is that I've asked myself, catch my breath, and just, I see anxiety. Why do I see anxiety now? What is it that I'm living, that I'm not living? What is it I'm doing in my life, in my experience, that would require me to feel anxiety at this moment? What builds up the experience of anxiety as of now, as of yet? And if I'm near pen and paper, I would write out, in self-honesty, and investigate what is self-honesty, I would write, I experience anxiety, and that is because of bam, 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 bam. And then the point shows itself, because I've developed a form, a level of self-honesty. And when I then write with pen and paper and have a flow of words, self-honesty will let me know what is that point that I'm looking for. What is that point that I'm searching for concerning my anxiety? It will present itself. So I can write it out and see it with my own eyes, not just lost in the mind gaze, mind fog, So, I've been doing this lately, and it's basically about finding time and prioritizing time to actually sit the fuck down with pen and paper and write out what the fuck's going on up here, and how to bring shit down to here, down to the physical. Not lost up here in the box and thinking, the programs in the matrix, but rather stored safely, comfortable, commonsensical, in decency and all that, in the physical, in the flesh. That is, you can read the Bible, you can read whatever you want. It all tells you that. That is our goal as of today, to get out of this hazy fog up here where we spin around, looping polarities and energies, lost, to find stability, to find common sense, to find care, love, honor, respect, oneness, equality, all these things in the physical, in the body, to grow as self, as awareness from one's flesh, from one's physical. from the wholeness, yes. I mean, I'm not gonna fear or reject my mind. That doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. I have to work with it, but on the premises, on the foundation, on the trusting and understanding and responsibility of my physical as a starting point. The physical as life, as oneness and equality, as a starting point. So when I've been experiencing anxiety, it's been an anxiety that I've been able to detect, and quite specifically, it is an anxiety that is in fear of, where I'm in fear of living my old mistakes again, doing my past mistakes over again, whatever that might be. Whatever mistakes that I did 5, 10, 20 years ago, I would be in fear of living those patterns, those mistakes, those habits, those thought constructs, those whatever over again. I would fear to see myself in that living expression again. And as they say, and as I know, that what you resist will persist. Meaning, if I fear something so bad and put up this wall of energies to not have this happen, and do all this and keep all this focus and attention directed towards preventing something from happening, and building up all these personalities and beliefs within me, energies and all that within me, saying that this must not happen, I must not experience this way. If I do that, I'm sure that it will fucking happen. Just because I resist it so fucking much, it just, boom, happens. So, anxiety, I've been having a specific concentrated fear, which is my anxiety, which would mean that I am in fear of living such and such and such addiction, habit, patterns again. I would fear to live that again, whatever that might be. So what I've done in this event is that I've been forgiving it. The very fine tool of using self-forgiveness to release the energy, the anxiety. The energy here being the anxiety. And by forgiving the core, the starting point, the nature, the experience, forgiving the anxiety, all of it, where it comes from, why I allow it, what is this doing to me, what is doing my environment, all what this anxiety, this barbed wire, this electric currents, all what it does to me, I must forgive. If not, it'll just stay there like barbed wire through my physical. That is not nice. You know that, and I know that. Barbed wire through the physical is not nice. So, the best tool we have available is to forgive the self for allowing this experience, obviously, to go on. So, I've been forgiving myself for allowing this fear of repeating my patterns again, allowing this fear of living my past, allowing this fear of that old shame of whatever that occasion was, what that addiction was, what that happening was. I would forgive the fear, the anxiety, the worry, the regret, the shame of living that pattern again. And that is something I'm also working on to deconstruct and overall forgive. And that is a process that I'm currently walking. So it's like I see the anxiety. It's like the anxiety. I can almost sense it coming. I can like sense it within myself, deeply within myself. I can sense like the seconds or almost minutes before it is like full blown anxiety. And like, oh God, there's something here that is blurry. There's something here that is gray zone. I don't know what it is. It might be anxiety. I can blur it. And so, from this blurriness, this foggy, whatever, blurriness, gray zone, evolves then from me, maybe from me pointing it out exactly that, and sort of desiring it or fearing it. It appears out of the cloud as anxiety. When I detect and see that I have a moment of anxiety, an energy of anxiety within me, I try to find out, why is it here? What am I living that allows this anxiety to be within me? What premises, what basis, what keeps this anxiety alive within me? What allows this anxiety demon to fuck me up? What is that? And forgive that starting point, forgive that anxiety and all everything that has to do about that specific anxiety. So yeah, that is some of how I deal with anxiety at the moment. Working my way through my mind, through the anxiety, and pen and paper is very helpful to write it down. If I'm at the supermarket or I'm in a conversation or doing dishes or with somebody eating dinner or eating breakfast, I could just sense the anxiety. Okay, it's here. I can see the anxiety. I sense it in my mind. I sense it in my being. And speak as a forgiveness within myself. Yes, it's still within myself, but it's a soothing tool that I can use. And forgive the anxiety. Perhaps find a new living word. And a new living word to support me. Get comfortable. Keep breathing. Focus on being in my physical, in my body, and see if I can make the anxiety disappear by forgiving it and changing it literally, by forgiving it, by seeing it, understanding it, and changing. So currently, I'm understanding that its basis is from this fear of mine of Currently, I'm understanding that the anxiety I experience is from my fear of reliving my old mistakes, my past, reliving my past. Even though I know that in my afterlife I'm going to have to walk that, and my anxiety for it, if I cannot solve that. So it's complicated, and that makes it more complicated, sort of, or not the awareness, but the total of it, or you know. So anxiety is an old booger bully that have been following me for a long time, and I catch myself in thinking that I allow the anxiety just to have something to work on, but that is almost like an ego tripping at the same time. So that is not really acceptable either. So I'm working on this anxiety within me and deleting it and forgiving it, changing myself from within it, and changing living words and addressing the anxiety and stopping the fear. And of course, fear is the mother of the anxiety, for sort of the source of it, you might say, the ultimate source of it. Like anxiety is concentrated fear, sort of, you might say. So maybe I should look closer at that. What am I fearing really? Why do I fear to relive my past? What was it with my past that was so gruesome or bad? What is it that I fear so bad that I allow myself to go through barbed fucking wire in my physical, and that is not nice. So, reminder right now to look into what it is that I fear, to confront with my past, and look at that fear and see if I can unwind and unspin some old anxiety. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to contact me. Check out the links. Hope this was clear to listen to, and if this wasn't clear enough, please let me know and I'll make another video, no problem, and enjoy.